Okay, we're ready to go. We're in fourth period. Estamos en el periodo número 4 que viene siendo cómo escribir las palabras, how to spell, and then of course music production. Um, Mr. Stevens, questions for you before we do the writing part of it. Um, you know the music that you have written in the past, the new release. You say you're going to release your first song this year. Does he have words? Are you there, Mr. Stevens? Okay, I'm looking for Stevens. He's not there. Okay, let me see if he's okay. All right, Mr. Stevens is not there. I was gonna ask him. Okay, so here's we're probably gonna go ahead and be off on this one. Let me go ahead and get all of us to come up here. Okay, so here's what we want. Let's go to the let's go over here to the treasure chest. Vamos aquí al treasure chest. I want to make sure that I'm good. Let me see. Am I over here on the right one? Yes. Okay, it looks like we're on the right one. Okay, here's what we have. All right, so vamos a venir para acá. And I'm going over to my beloved student, the treasure chest, right? And as I go through the treasure chest, I wanted to go ahead and take you to the Excel right here. The Excel. And I wanted to take you to the spelling part of it. So once you're here, you got your different grades. And then, of course, you click on your grade, reminders, and social studies. Where is the language arts, right? The language arts is the one that's got the writing struggles, the strategies, vocabulary, grammar, and I always have an issue with where is my social studies? No, that's not it. Science. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out topics. Is it topics? Yeah, is it topics? Physics, Earth. Skills plans. Okay. Assessment. Maybe we need to take a look at some of these things. Spelling right here. So I was trying to find out spelling, and there's the spelling part. And what is that under? It's under language arts and topics. Okay, that's where it's at. Language arts and topics. And then we have the spelling part right there. All right, is Mr. Stevens there? Are you there, Stevens? No, he's still not there. Let me see if something happened. No messages. Okay. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do our own thing with spelling. All right, so just a reminder that we have spelling first graders all the way to, what's interesting, ladies and gentlemen, is that after elementary, I don't know if there was, spelling was a big thing. However, we do have, guess what? Right there. Things, words that you might not understand. So let's go ahead and talk about business documents right here, okay? Business documents. All right. And this is what it says right here. January the 7th, landlord okay? And Curry versus Baker, tenant. That's the guy that lives there, Sweets. San Pedro Way, Mansfield, Texas. Tenant agrees to lease term of 12 months from the day that this rental lease agreement is signed. I'm trying to figure out, okay, so this one, based on the clues, okay, so on this one, we're just looking for simple words right there, okay? So why did it switch us over to, if we were in the section of spelling, it switched us over to something else. Okay, here it is, 12, okay? And main idea, I guess it does change. Aquí cambia. This is something that we can probably use for the actual reading part. Yeah, there it is, reading strategies. Okay, so here's what I was saying, that it actually switches the spelling part right here from actually spelling words to correct errors with signs, spell rhyming words to answer riddles. Okay. So right now we're just searching through this and figuring it out. Use the current frequent confused word. Let's see what this one's about here. All right. For the creative writing exercise, Ms. Carroll said, imagine blank, an astronaut who has been selected to explore a faraway galaxy. Describe how you would prepare for the mission. Okay, so imagine you're an astronaut. Okay, so would you use this one or would you use this one? Simple stuff, right? Very simple. But yet a lot of people still miss up on that. If you struggle with this, right now at this point and you're in the 12th grade, the best thing for you to do is to go back and refresh. You go back to the 11th grade, okay? And then, oh wow, look at this. It switched it over again. Why does it switch it? Okay, maybe because it does not have those. Okay, let me see if I can figure out how to work with this thing right here. I thought I had their spelling, and we went over to 12th, right? Right here. Use current frequent confused words. Remember, you're and you are. You there, Stevens, or no?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, okay, Stevens.
I can't explain to you what was going on the past 5 minutes.
Okay, buddy. Hey, don't worry about it. We're just looking at some stuff real quick, okay? And then we'll turn it over to you in a few minutes. Okay. So here's my point. Okay, so if you're struggling, student, if you're struggling with some of the words, if you're in the 12th grade and you cannot tell the difference between your and you are, and you don't know how to use the apostrophe, well, just go back it up a year before, okay? You open that one up, and now you ask yourself, oh, that's hard, or that's difficult, or, oh, that's pretty easy. That means you're good. You can stay here and refresh the information, all right? Does your auto policy blank you against property? Got to use one of these. Does it insure you against property or insure? Which one would it be? If you're struggling with one of these, You say, man, this is so difficult. I cannot figure it out. Give it a couple of uh, tries and see if it still doesn't work out for you. Let's assume it's this one. Ensure. Is that the right one? And it is, right? So then you say, okay, I'm getting momentum. And then this one comes up next. The pet store owner was blank by the state district office for possessing and transporting illegal reptiles. So which one is it? Persecuted or prosecuted? Persecuted or prosecuted? And remember, spelling. Why is spelling important? Because you can detect it right away. Is it PRO or is it PER? Okay? So once you figure that out, if it's easy for you, then you continue and then just fix up a little problems. But if it's too difficult for you, you got to back it up. A perfect example is this. And I don't know, I think they're trying to do that in the, okay, here's kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. And then according to my little daughter, we have people in the third grade that cannot spell. So if you were to put them in this exercise right here, sort the words by their vowel sounds, okay? But if they don't know how to spell this thing, I mean, they don't know how to read, they don't know how to say rock, coach, or they don't know how to do that, send them back, okay? But here's the problem that I think she mentions. We don't have time to send them back. Well, how in the world are you going to teach them if you cannot send them back? You're going to go ahead and go back to second grade, all right, and start from the beginning. And now, what might complete the rhyming words to answer the riddle? What might you call a plate for the sea animal? And if you have to go this basic on a person that cannot read, well, you got to do it. And that's my point, students. Since you're working this by yourself, all right, when you're working by yourself, you don't have a teacher for the rest of the week, guess what? If some areas are too difficult, and don't be shy because nobody's going to be there next to you. Don't say, man, I'm already like 16 and I'm supposed to be in the 11th grade. Oh man, I don't want nobody to know that I'm going backwards. It's okay, because we know that, adults have failed you. We have not taught you, or the teachers have not taught you the way you were supposed to know. So guess what? You got to take matters into your own hands. That's why we are self-sustained. So this thing didn't work. Okay, let me go to 10th grade. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to shame you that you're going back to trying to find some information, because it's like hangers. You got to hang this, you got to hang a word on another word on another word, and then at the end, you get the end result. Okay? If you need to go all the way, if you're in the 10th grade and you need to go all the way to the 5th grade, do so. Nobody's going to know. Okay? Because you're just trying to build your foundation. Because if you don't, you're going to go and always be searching for something that is not there. Okay? So once again, students, if what you're learning so far and it's not working for you, back it up. Start with the simple stuff. Estudiantes, estamos diciendo aquí que esta es una escuela donde ustedes se enseñan a ustedes mismos. Vamos a decir, por ejemplo, vamos a decir que usted esté en el grado 12, pero cuando le pica aquí y lo trate de hacer el proyecto aquí, está muy difícil, entonces váyase para atrás. Váyase para atrás para el 11. ¿Ok? Nadie va a saber. Los maestros no hicieron el trabajo que deberían de hacer con usted para que aprendieran. O a lo mejor ustedes no pusieron atención. Por eso tienen que hacerlo otra vez. So, that's the bottom line for today from my side, okay? Try to go and back up and build your foundation on your own. Trate de trabajar en la fundación ustedes solos, okay? Okay, now for some fun time, let's go and turn it over to Mr. Stevens. What do you got for us, Stevens?
We're gonna have a great time. Great time.
There you go, buddy. Vamos a tener un buen tiempo.
First of all, just for fun, if you remember the last time I showed you that project where I talked about call and response,
Ajá. El último
this
proyecto que hicimos de Call in Response,
this is what I did to it.
esto es lo que hice con esta canción.
I just had some fun.
That sounds really, really cool, man.
Thanks. Anyway, we're going to be talking about. I know recently we've been talking about a lot of things relating to basic music theory.
Hemos estado hablando muchas canciones que tienen que ver con la teoría.
But believe it or not, we're almost there.
Pero acuérdense, ya estamos ahí. Ya medito, estamos ahí.
There's only about 2 more things to go over.
Hay dos cosas más que vamos a hablar.
And those are going to be in 2 different lessons.
Son dos lecciones diferentes.
All right, hold on. So, in today's lesson, we're going to be talking about time signatures.
Vamos a hablar de firmas del tiempo.
Now, if you don't know music, what the heck is a time signature?
Si no sabe usted la música, ¿qué es una firma de tiempo?
A time signature, we can actually search it up on Google.
Realmente la podemos ver la respuesta aquí en Google.
A time signature is a musical notation that indicates how many beats are in a measure and the type of note that counts as a beat.
Aquí podemos ver la definición y usted la puede leer y voltear ver la definición en español.
So let me give you an example here.
Vamos a darle un ejemplo.
So first off, let's see if Soundtrap. Yes, it can. Okay. So these right here, when you click this little settings button in Soundtrap right here,
Este botón que está aquí,
down here, you're going to see time signatures.
aquí lo que puede ver son las firmas de tiempo.
Now, naturally, it's going to be on 4/4.
Y naturalmente va a ser en 4/4.
Which means there is 4 beats in a bar.
Que quiere decir que hay 4 beats en una barra.
So I did discuss what a bar was before, but in case you forgot, do you see this right here going from 1 to 2?
Hablé de esto antes, pero ¿se acuerdan que aquí del 1 al 2?
This is called a bar.
Esto se le llama una barra.
And this 2 to 3 is also a bar.
Y también este que está acá es otra barra.
And then 3 to 4 is a bar.
Y 3 a 4 también viene siendo una barra.
And then so on and so forth.
Y luego después tiene lo demás.
So the best way we're going to hear this is by listening to the metronome down here.
Y cómo vamos a hacer esto, vamos a aprender el metronome.
Now in each bar, there are 4 beats.
En cada barra hay 4 beats.
And you can see, if you look closely, each beat is a slightly bigger little line right here.
Y aquí se miran si aquí se identifican las beats.
Make it just a little bit bigger.
Puede ser un poquito más grande.
And when we listen to the click of the metronome, we can hear that it does a 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of sound.
Y hace un sonido de 1, 2, de 1 al 4.
Hear that right there.
Aquí es el ejemplo.
So I can play it and I can count to it.
Lo puedo tocar y también jugar con él.
So you can see it goes, for each bar, it's 4 beats. So it goes something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that.
Y así es ejemplo cómo contamos los beats.
So this is pretty much the standard of music nowadays. This is 4/4.
Este es lo estándar de la música hoy en día, 4/4.
But now we're going to get into crazier stuff. This right here is 3/4.
Este es 3/4.
And what that means is that now in each bar, there are 3 beats.
Ahora en cada de estas barras son 3 beats.
So you can notice now it's kind of changed.
¿Se fijan que se cambió?
It goes 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2 y 3.
So when you count it, it's like this.
Cuando lo toca es así.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see how I'm getting it right there?
¿Se fijan cómo lo estoy haciendo?
I'll do that one more time.
Lo voy a hacer otra vez.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See that right there?
¿Se fijan eso?
And you can create different musical genres with these different time signatures.
Y puede crear diferentes músicas con estos firmas.
And I can give you an example here.
Y les voy a dar un ejemplo.
Or, maybe there's a loop that does it.
Ahora voy a buscar una loop que a ver si puede hacer lo mismo.
We can take this one and mess with it.
Voy a tomar esta y ver qué puede hacer con ella.
So we can make it go to just like this right here. So you can hear that the 3/4, and you listen to the loop, it's repeating after every bar, but there's only 3 beats.
Y aquí puede ver que se está repitiendo con los 3 beats.
So it goes like this.
Así que va así.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just like that.
Así como tenemos aquí.
Now, just for a comparison, this is the normal 4/4.
Para comparar, aquí está el normal 4/4.
So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that.
Así como este.
And now there's even crazier stuff in here. There's what's called 5/4.
Y también tenemos el 5/4.
And basically what that means is now there are 5 beats in each bar.
Ahora hay 5 beats en cada barra.
So it goes like this. Or I'll play it without it first. Watch this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see we're kind of just like adding on to the beats.
En realidad no estamos agregándole al beat.
So then when we play it with this sound effect right here.
Y lo ponemos con este efecto de sonido.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that.
Así como ese que tiene 5 beats.
And then as you can see, it kind of goes up from here, 6/4, 7/4.
Y aquí vemos cómo se va un poquito más para arriba.
And basically all it's doing is it's adding more beats to each bar.
Está agregándole más beats a cada barra.
Now of course, you can do things like this to, experiment with the music that you're making. Maybe you want to make it in 4/4, maybe you want to make it in 3/4.
Y esto puede experimentar con la música que usted quiera hacer.
And I mess around with 3/4 occasionally.
Hay veces que yo
Not
trabajo
always.
con 3/4 en veces.
Now I can actually give you an example of a 3/4 song.
Les puedo dar un ejemplo de una canción que es 3/4.
I made this song right here.
Hice esta canción yo.
So we can play it from the beginning. So there is 3/4 in there. And if you can't hear it, I'll go ahead and count it for you.
Lo voy a contar para ustedes.
2, 3, 1. Oh, hold on. I messed it up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you can kind of hear it in there.
Solo puede ver ahí un poquito cuando lo toca.
And you kind of hear it more when we get to the drop right here.
Y luego puedo oír más cuando llegamos a este punto.
This song was just an ambient experiment.
Debe ser un ejemplo de la música que es el ambiente.
You can see an experiment with 3/4 time signature. That's what I put right here.
Aquí puede ver esto en la descripción que les dije.
Look at that. I made this song 3 years ago, just about.
Y es esta canción como 3 años, hace 3 años.
In September, it'll be 4 years old.
En septiembre va a ser 4 años que tiene.
And people actually like this one.
Y la gente realmente les gusta esta canción.
But yeah, that's my lesson on time signatures. Of course, mess around with it how you will, and you can make some really good stuff.
Entonces usted trabaje con esto y puede hacer unas cosas muy buenas con esto que tenemos aquí. Okay?
Beautiful.
That is great, man. That is great. Okay, so here we go. Once again, what did you learn, student? Well, from my side is, once again, we're going to be pushing self-sustained learning as much as we can, okay? Because we're going to leave you on Tuesdays, and then you got the rest of the week for yourself, so that way you can be confident about what you're going to learn, okay? Vamos a otra vez, ¿qué aprendieron? Empujarles que hagan self-sustain, se sostengan a sí mismos, estudiantes, ya que no tienen maestros para el resto de la semana, así que ustedes busquen su propia información. And then also, practice, making different songs in different time signatures. Traten de hacer diferentes canciones en diferentes tiempos de firma. We would love to maybe, I'm sure Stevens would be able to tell you, okay, here's what I want you all to do. I want you all to make 3 types of songs. One with a time signature of 3/4, the other one 4/4, and the other one 5/4. And I want us and put it up on your website. If you have nothing else to do, you don't know what to do, hey, make that an assignment. Make your own assignments, okay? So, and then in my case, of course, you always want to back it up if you cannot get to, if the information that you're getting right now in your grade is too difficult, just go and find something more easy for you to understand, okay? Okay, and then the last one, next class, we have Spanish class. Tenemos la clase de español. We're going to do a little switch off on that one. So that way I got something planned for Mr. Stevens and you all that do not know how to speak Spanish really good. We're gonna try to get y'all to. We're still gonna continue with Clashon and Dale and all those guys. They're kind of upset with us right now because we're not gonna use them that much today, but we will use them in the future. But today I want to try something different with Mr. Steven.
Ugh, and George is on a vacation.
Oh, that's okay. George is on the way. Where did he where did he
Clashon
go?
kind of made him angry when he kept trying to sell him fruits.
Oh, okay. Where's he vacationing at?
He's in Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. Okay, good deal, man. Clashon always claims that he's poor, but the guy's got some cash. And I think he actually travels to Mar-a-Lago often. It'd be crazy if they meet up there. If they
Uh-oh,
meet
that
up
might
there
be a
somewhere, man.
problem.
I know, man. Okay, man. I tell you what, Steven, let's go to take a break, man. We'll be back, buddy, all right?
All right.